Hi, today we'll be talking about time management. A day has ultimately only 24 hours, and many of us juggle between home, work, social obligations, and personal time. I always had this feeling of the clock ticking away and time running away. And I would be stressed out. The minute I would lie down, my mind would be racing between hordes of things that needed to be juggled and done. The groceries, my kids' homework, the exercise regimen that I was supposed to follow, the presentations at work. And I would think, how am I going to complete all that? I was always stressed out until I found a solution and learned how to manage my time better. Time is what we want the most, but something that we use in the worst possible way. I had a new head of the department who had joined in the company. And when he went on to assess the department, he came back with an answer that everybody was extremely busy, but he was not sure what they were busy doing, as the productivity was extremely low. My father always said, time is money. I grew up believing that and hence always ended up using my time much better. So is there a way to manage your time? Or how do you manage yourself according to the time? Well, today I'll be talking to you about this. There are 3 simple steps which can help you to manage your time and as a result manage your life better. I put these 3 points into something called the time usage strategy. So let me talk about what I mean by the time usage strategy. The first point is about prioritizing and introspecting. So we begin by introspecting and understanding what are we currently doing. What are the tasks there which are important to us, which need to be done personally by us, and we allocate these tasks to ourselves, putting it under priority. Please understand that you can only do certain things. You cannot do everything. So do not try to put everything into the priority sector. If you do that, you will not accomplish any of it. The first step of introspecting and prioritizing will get over once you've identified what are the tasks that you need to do and what is it that you need to give to other people to do. Once done, you come to the second step of the time usage strategy. So what is the second step? The second step is about deletion and delegation. So what is going to be deleted is the important question. So when you go through the list of balanced tasks, look at the tasks which are just not important and are not required and can be left alone. Delete those tasks from your list. Then come to the balanced task and delegate those tasks. The challenge that most people face is that how do I delegate? How is the other person as competent as me to handle the task? Please remember that you too became competent because you started doing the task. And there are people who you will need to trust to do things for you because you've already put the most important things in your quadrant of operation. So now give the tasks which are not so critical, can be done by other people and delegate it to them. But remember, put a process in place. Put a system in place which can be reviewed and monitored by you so the task is always on track. So the second thing is deletion and delegation. Now that you know what fits into your quadrant of work and what fits into the delegation quadrant of work, please do ensure that you complete that task. And do not forget to review what you have delegated. If you are up to these 2 tasks, rest assured you'll be able to manage your time beautifully. I've often come across people who actually fail to do that. They strategize, they try to understand the task to be done, and then they postpone things and do not do it on a regular daily basis. For example, when I've sat reviewing people, I've often told the heads that you can be more competent if you handle the job on a daily basis. How do you do that? Make a diary, an online, offline, write the work that needs to be done. Daily, tick mark the work that you need to personally address and then take out at least an hour or 2 to review the work that you have delegated. For example, if there is an HR head and she has got 4 departments under her, which could be payroll, recruitment, training, and maybe engagement, what she needs to do is that every day she needs to do her personal work and then take out 10 minutes to just go through what is happening within the department. Each department. and spend 10 minutes reviewing people. The minute you do that, you set expectations with them, you put them on their toes, and you ensure that the work is on track. And if there are gaps, you will give them direction and ensure that they are moving in as per the set process. This will ensure that all the work that needs to be accomplished is done as per your and the world's requirement. So you'll be managing not only your time beautifully, but you'll also be managing your life beautifully. Now coming to the third step. So now coming to the third step. The third step is about keeping 2 hours free as me time. Possible? Many of you will say, how is it possible to put aside 2 hours when we are struggling to complete our tasks? Well, if you've done the first 2 tasks properly, the first 2 steps properly, rest assured you'll be able to do and have time for yourself. When you do not organize your work, that is a time when you do not have time. Also, ensure that the work has to be completed within a stipulated time. Many of us are in the habit of prolonging the work, and we end up spending time doing things which are not so important. If we get into the habit of doing this consistently, then obviously we'll be lacking time. Remember that when you gave an exam in school or college, right, you always had a stipulated amount of time to finish that work. Similarly, allocate time for a work and ensure that you complete the task within that time frame. So the 2 hours will help you accommodate new work, certain exigencies which may arise, which may need your attention through the day, new developments that come through, and the time when you can sit and strategize and look at things. You'll be much more productive if you keep these 2 hours aside for yourself. And believe me, if the first 2 things have been done, you will always have free time of 2 hours kept aside every day to handle what needs to be done. To be productive, what you need to do is ensure that you always be prepared for the work that you need to do. If you've planned a meeting which is a brainstorming session, please be prepared for it and ensure that people who are going to be a part of the meeting with you also come prepared so that you're able to finish the work in the assigned time period. So the 3 steps, if followed properly, will ensure that you're always able to manage your time in your life beautifully. So what are the 3 steps? Introspect, prioritize, then delegate, delete, and do the work. And finally, keep free time aside. If the 3 steps are done, you're going to be on top of your life and your time management. I remember reading what Richard Branson once said. He gets up at 5 a.m. in the morning, goes for a workout, and when he says he goes for a workout, he says it helps me boost my productivity. So in a day, do not forget to do something which keeps you charged, something that boosts your productivity and ensures that you are there fresh with a healthy mind, working towards a task and completing it on time. So this is all about time management. I'm sure you must have found it helpful. If you did, do let me know in the comment section by typing in yes. If you found the video useful, do not forget to like and share it. Do not forget also to subscribe to my video to get the latest updates. Signing off for now. Stay healthy and blessed.